Welcome to Learning Adda, my journey to learn English. Learning English was not easy for me. It was like climbing a tall mountain. I knew that reaching the top would open many doors for me, but the path was full of challenges. The beginning. When I first started learning English, I felt lost. The words sounded strange, and the grammar rules were confusing. I remember sitting in my room with an English book, trying to understand even the simplest sentences. Sometimes, I would spend hours on just one page, trying to make sense of the words. In my country, we spoke a different language, so English was new and unfamiliar. I was afraid to speak it because I didn't want to make mistakes. I thought people would laugh at me or not understand what I was trying to say. This fear held me back for a long time. Small steps. One day, I decided to take small steps. I started with the alphabet, learning each letter and the sounds they made. I practiced saying simple words like cat, dog, and book. Every day, I would learn a few new words and try to use them in sentences. I also started listening to English songs and watching English movies with subtitles. This helped me understand how people spoke in real life. I remember the first time I tried to speak English with someone. My heart was pounding, and my hands were shaking. I stumbled over my words, and it didn't come out the way I wanted. But the person smiled and patiently waited for me to finish. They understood what I was trying to say, and that small success gave me a little more confidence. Challenges and frustration. Despite my progress, there were still many challenges. I struggled with pronunciation, especially with words that had similar sounds. Words like ship and sheep were hard for me to tell apart. I also had trouble with grammar, especially tenses. I often mixed up past, present, and future, which made my sentences confusing. There were times when I felt frustrated and wanted to give up. Learning English seemed impossible, and I felt like I was never going to get it right. But deep down, I knew I had to keep trying. I remembered why I wanted to learn English in the first place. I wanted to connect with more people, travel to different places, and have more opportunities in life. I realized that I couldn't do it alone, so I looked for help. I joined a language class where I met other people who were also learning English. We helped each other and shared our struggles. The teacher was kind and patient, explaining things in a way that made sense to me. I also started practicing English online, chatting with native speakers who were willing to help me improve. They corrected my mistakes and taught me new words and expressions. It was scary at first, but the more I practiced, the better I got. The turning point. One day, something amazing happened. I was watching an English movie without subtitles, and I realized I could understand most of what they were saying. It was like a light had been turned on in my brain. I didn't catch every word, but I understood the main idea, and that was a huge victory for me. From that point on, my confidence grew. I started speaking English more often, even when I made mistakes. I knew that the only way to get better was to keep practicing. I started reading English books, writing in English, and even thinking in English. It became a part of my daily life. Reaching the top. After many months of hard work, I finally reached a point where I felt comfortable with English. I wasn't perfect, and I still made mistakes, but I could hold a conversation, read a book, and watch a movie without feeling lost. I had climbed the mountain, and the view from the top was beautiful. Learning English changed my life in many ways. It opened up new opportunities for me and allowed me to connect with people from all over the world. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Looking back, I'm proud of how far I've come. My journey to learn English was full of ups and downs, but each challenge made me stronger. I learned that it's okay to make mistakes as long as you keep trying. The important thing is to never give up. If you're struggling to learn English, remember that it's a journey, not a race. Take it one step at a time, and you'll get there. Just keep going, and you'll reach the top of your mountain too. Thank you for the watching.